Hobby Warriors. In today's video, we're pushing forward, painting up all of the Defiance crew members this week. So for today, we've got Agnes, the shuttle pilot that the Defiance crew uses to go on their missions. She's a Panoceanian pilot. And I'll show you how I got her painted up. It was fairly simple to do. It used a lot of contrast paints from the Citadel line. So let's go on over to the hobby table and get started. Okay, Hobby Warriors. So we're down at the hobby desk, and I'm just showing off the primed miniature. As usual, I'm using Vallejo Surface Primer, gray in this case, mixed with a little bit of white acrylic ink to get a very, very light gray, because we're going to be using some contrast paints. First up, we're going to use this Techless Blue to go ahead and paint the shin guards as well as some of the armor on the helmet. Okay, so next up we're going to use Iandin Yellow. I use this on the helmet visor as well as the subject's hair. And moving quickly to AK Interactive Satin Black, I'm using this to paint the undersuit of her flight suit. That's just that V shape on her chest, and then some of the padding goes up onto her face, like her cheeks and her chin. Alright, and now we're going to use snakebite leather, and we're going to coat her jacket, her belt, as well as her holster in this color. Right, so now using Black Templar contrast paint, I'm going to go ahead and paint the boots as well as her weapon that she's holding. Alright, so now we're going to use a little bit of matte white from the Army Painter to go ahead and clean up any of the mistakes and spillover that we had on the remaining parts, primarily the jumpsuit, because we're going to be applying contrast paint and we don't want any of those colors bleeding under our next layer. Alright, so now it's time to do the jumpsuit. We're going to mix Grip Charger Gray and Basilicanum Gray, roughly in a 3-to-1 mix, 3 parts Grip Charger Gray, that is. And we're going to use this mix on the jumpsuit to get a very light blue-gray color. And now, using pure Basilicanum Gray, we're going to go ahead and paint the rest of her helmet. Okay, so now it's time to paint her exposed skin on her face. So for this, we're going to use Gilliman Flesh contrast paint, and make sure you get a really nice thick coat so that you get really nice shading in her eye sockets and the features of her face. Right, and now we're going to highlight some of the blue parts with light sea blue from Vallejo. We're really just picking out those raised edges to help them pop a little bit. Alright, so here I'm breaking out the matte white again, and I'm just going through and edge highlighting the pistol. Now for the LEDs in her armbands, I'm going to go ahead and paint them with Fire Dragon Bright. And this will give us a really nice undercoat for our top layer. But before we get to the very top layer, we're going to highlight it with Uriel Yellow first, just to give us a nice source lighting effect. And before we finish that off, while that's drying, we're going to use Dawnstone and highlight all of the black parts, primarily her boots, just giving a line across all of the raised edges. And back to those LEDs, we're going to finish them off with a nice clear red coat with this crystal paint from Ammo by Meg. Alright, Hobby Warriors, so there she is, all finished. As I said earlier in the video, it's a very simple paint scheme, but I feel like the sculpt is just absolutely beautiful, and the colors really just do the sculpt justice, even though it's really simple. So let me know what you guys think about the paint scheme down in the comments. Also, if anyone else out there is enjoying the Infinity Defiance content, let me know down in the comments, especially if you have some videos or some pictures. I'd love to get engaged with the community and see how everyone else is enjoying their hobby. So if you want to stay up to date with our hobby progress here on the channel, typically we only drop 1 or 2 videos a week, but if you follow us over on Instagram at JTS Wargaming, we post regular work in progress pictures and studio updates so that you can always kind of get a glimpse of what's going to be coming out in the future upcoming videos. If you like the content here, go ahead and hit like, go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to have you, and pop a comment down in the comments. As a young YouTube channel, that really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm and gets our videos in front of more people. And it's also great to get the feedback from the community so that we can make the videos that you want to see. So I'm getting ready to sign off for this one. Make sure, if you're tuning in the middle of the week, this week we're dropping videos every day, painting tutorials for the rest of the Defiance crew. So make sure you check out our How I Paint Things playlist, and you can find those videos there. Keep slaying the gray, Hobby Warriors, and I'll see you in the next video.